We'll have our quarrels. We'll have our quarrels. And you will upset me. We'll have our quarrels. We'll have our quarrels. We'll have our quarrels. And you will upset me. We'll have our quarrels. We'll have our quarrels. We'll have our quarrels. And you will upset me. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I know it's been a long time since I've been on this channel, man. On this part of the channel, man. Pardon my interruption. I'm gonna give you guys a little song. I'm gonna start making. The fuck is knocking on my door? Crazy ass shit. All right. Hold on. Let me try to get this together. My fault, y'all. I'm gonna try to start. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh shit. All right, my bad, y'all. All right, so I'm just gonna get real quick into this video. I know that I haven't really posted too many shows on this channel, and I need to start doing so, but I'm really notoriously bad with that. But I'm gonna make this video really quick and easy. So those of y'all who are watching live, thank y'all for coming in live. Those of y'all who ain't, you know what I mean, and you're watching the replay, you know, much respected as well. Let me see if I could fix this real quick. Let me see. All right, so 5 ways, the 5 biggest money secrets most rich people won't tell you. Okay. Life would be a whole lot easier if someone would just Venmo us $1 million. I don't know what Venmo means, but I would say give us $1 million. But unfortunately, the chance of that happening as well, probably zero. Venmo doesn't allow transactions that are large anyway. But even though our chances of becoming a millionaire are slim, we can still manage our money like one. Very true. You don't have to have $1 million in order for you to become wealthy. You don't even have to have thousands of dollars to be wealthy. All you have to do is just reduce your debt. Have the less debt you have, the more money you have in your pocket, and you won't have to be chasing after money. I've learned that the hard way, but it also benefit me in the long run. You know, it's just by getting the things that you need, not want. Once you establish that, you're in a good spot. But even though our chances of becoming a millionaire are slim, we can still manage our money like one. No, we are not going to tell you how to get hundreds of shares of Apple stocks, on how to pick out the perfect yacht. These are simple money moves any normal non-millionaire person can make today. Each secret can get you closer to achieving your big goals. So check this out. Each one of these are the 5 biggest ones. I probably tried maybe like one of them, maybe 2, I'm not too sure. But anyways, number 1, invest in famous art, even if you're not a millionaire. See, art is sort of like NFTs. There's a lot of I've seen people investing in NFTs. I am not a expert on NFTs. I'm gonna probably get into it and understand how it works. I'm still a little bit confused with NFTs. You can even create your own NFT. You can create a picture form or an art form and sell it on the market, and you can get millions of dollars for it if it's something that a lot of people are willing to pay prices for. I've seen some things that I wouldn't even expect would be worth over $2 end up selling for like $5,000 or $10,000. So yeah, you'll be amazed with EFTs. You're probably thinking you need to at least okay, first of all, number 1 is invest in a famous art, even if you're not a millionaire. Jay-Z did this. Jay-Z invested into art and he's making so many millions of dollars. It's ridiculous. Here's the deal. If you're not investing in a contemporary art, kind of contemporary I think I pronounced that right. Contemporary art. Am I pronouncing that right? God damn. You might be missing out on an asset whose prices have historically outpaced the S&P by 164% from 1995 to 2020. FYI, the S&P tracks 500 of the largest companies in the stock market. You're probably thinking you need to at least have a few more zeros in your checking account before you can start thinking about investing into Warhols and Monets, right? Okay. But a company called Masterworks lets normal people like me and you invest into multi-million dollar works of art. Wow, that's pretty interesting. Something normally only available to the super rich. See, when you look up information like this, you ever see sometimes, guys, that people will post even on ads on YouTube, how to get rich and invest into this company. They'll have like God, what do they call those things? It's one of those it's one of those seminars that they do on YouTube. You know what I'm talking about? I can't really think of it right now, but they do like webinar seminars where they're trying to pitch you out a sale, join our sales group or join our cryptocurrency crew or whatever or sales or stock signal group and we can get you this amount of money and this hour and all that other stuff. Well, listen, Masterworks lets normal people like you invest in multi-millions of dollars. Just like me. We're all normal people. Work of art, some things normally only available for the super rich. Okay. But you don't need hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy a masterpiece outright with Masterworks. You can buy shares representing an investment in art. Art is something that's really, really big right now. I don't know what it is with art, but it's something that is really extremely big right now. And a lot of people are investing into this. Let's check out Masterworks and see. This is something that maybe you guys, if you have extra cash along the way, you guys can invest into this NFT. This is what you call pretty much an NFT. Um, right now, obviously owning an art form or art painting is obviously highly expensive and a lot of people can't afford it. But with Masterworks, you can own a piece of the share or you can put some investments into an art form and artwork. And let's just say the value of it keeps going high and people keep bidding and asking for higher prices. Well, you got to get a piece of that art form when it sells. Performance to date, like for instance, they got these type of art forms, NFTs, which you can actually purchase and or you can sell it. That's up to you, or you can own a share of it. They actually have a whole share of an art form that you can purchase. They even have actual arts that you can buy. Like it's crazy ridiculous on how it goes. But let me look more into this because this is very intriguing. Let's see how it works. A complete platform for investing in art. Masterworks is the first platform for buying and selling shares representing an investment in an icon artwork. Build a diversified portfolio of an iconic works of art um, cruent by our industry leading research team. According to the art piece, the value of the blue chip art has outpaced the S&P 500 by 180% from 2000 to 2018. We estimate, based on a Deloitte report, the total value of the privately held art to be is at 17 trillion. God damn. Oh, no, my bad. 1.7 trillion for an art form. Good God. This is insane amount of money. Imagine if you were to get into the dibs of when these art forms were already formed at its beginning stages and you were able to get a whole share. Do you understand? Like when these art forms just come out, not a lot of people know about them. But if you're first to get into dibs and they're cheap and you get a share within a matter of months or even hold on for a couple of years, that one share that you bought that's $100 could easily turn into 10 to 20 to 30 to 40 to 100 and something on $1 million for that one share because the value of it goes up. This is incredibly crazy. I would invest into art. Why not? These are some stuff that are trending right now. I'm looking at secondary market. I'm trying to see if I could find some art forms so I could show you guys. Okay, here we go. Sellers and orders and buyers. Okay, here is implied painting value. Okay, so this is the value of it. Total 79. Okay, is Keith Haring Unity art form. Total $79.96. Quantity is 4. Asking for $19.99. I think for the share, I'm thinking that's what they're asking for. The painting value is at $3.3 million. So the longer it stays there, the more higher the value is. That's what I'm assuming. I mean, it makes perfect sense that way, but let me see something. Let's see if we want to buy. Oh, I got to open an account. I don't have an account with them, unfortunately. But we're just going through here, just kind of giving you guys an idea of how to, let's see the price database. Look at this. Purchase price, $20,900 for this art form. Sale price is 100 and this guy, okay, this is the purchase price. The sale price, this person, okay, this is the purchase price. This is the sale price. Okay. This person is selling it for $110,487,500. This person wants to purchase this. The highest bidder right now is at $20,900. Gross appreciation. I'm sorry, gross appreciation. Okay. So basically, it seems to me that the purchaser, or whoever wants to purchase it, wants it at $20,900, but the person who's selling it wants it at 110 million. So as the prices keep going up, they keep bidding. You can put in for a share of that price that keeps bidding up, and you get piece of that profit as it becomes a sale or somebody buys it or whatever. Usually 9 times out of 10 people will buy these paintings and put it back up for sale so they can make a profit off of it. So I know NFTs are a little bit weird, a little bit strange, but it's the same thing as the stock market or dealing with cryptocurrency. Well, not really. Cryptocurrency is a little different. I should say it's kind of similar to day trading, you know, sales options, buying, trading, binary exchange, sort of like that in a way. But it's instead of you kind of losing your money, you're kind of like buying a piece of the share, or you're pretty much buying ownership or part ownership to the painting. Because as the value keeps increasing, it's more money in your pocket, depending on how much money you put down. But your money will keep on increasing every day, which is quite amazing. You know what I mean? It's so investing to arts. If you guys want to check this out, mastersworks.io. I don't have a subscription to this, so I'm not gonna get too much more into this because I gotta go down the list. But you guys can definitely, number one, invest into some art form. Use the secret banking account. Here's the deal. If you're not using Aspiration debit card, you're missing out on extra money. Yep, by signing up for free debit card call, we're gonna say ASP. You can get up to 10% back every time you swipe. Plus, they give you up to 100K, 100x. I was like, that's 100K? Shit, let me rephrase that. 100x the normal interest rate on your balance. Need to buy groceries, get extra cash. So they give you extra cash while you're using the card. It's mostly cards that most banks are starting to do that now. So I guess this is number two. Use the secret bank account. I don't know much of a secret it is, but a lot of people are doing it. This card used to have a huge waiting list, but you're now eligible to sign up for free. Only have a minimum of $10 balance, but we suggest you transfer at least $250 today so you can start um, take advantage of the higher interest rate. Taking advantage of the higher interest rate. Enter your email address. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm just like kind of weary about banks, man. I don't really care too much for them as being part of an investment. I don't think having a bank is a big investment, to be honest with you, because banks are just there to take money from you. I mean, that's just my honest opinion on it. I'm not a fan favorite of banks, but I have money in my bank? Of course I have money in the bank. I have to in order for me to display some sort of equity. I think displaying equity, credit is a lot more value than anything, to be honest with you. Because with credit, you can use credit to upstart a business. You can use credit to finance a house, a car, but I don't need me personally. I don't believe in financing cars anymore. I think financing cars are a waste of money. Um, I financed two cars my whole life. I paid well, one got voluntary repoed because of 2008. We had a recession, and that kind of fucked me up in a little bit. But the other one I paid off. So either or, I took a huge kick in to my credit, and then I jump started right after 2008, 2009. Started going crazy, working 2, 3 jobs, just trying to catch up with leftover bills. Um, Try not to max out your cards. I did that when I was younger. I used to max my cards all the way down. Don't do it. Um, I did young stupid things, so I paid the ultimate price for that. Number 4, quit your job and make $69 an hour. Wow, really? That's really good money. That's pretty much 6 figures right there. Are you tired of your job? I think everybody else is, but not sure how to venture out and start your own business. Look into bookkeeping. It's the number one most profitable business according to the article Inc. And you can earn up to $69 an hour. Report into the create of QuickBooks. I'm pretty sure this is a hard task to do, and there's nothing easy because nobody's gonna pay you $69 an hour for working with them unless you're doing something extremely hard. The only time you'll get $69 an hour is if you own something and it's extremely easy. Because usually owners that have things, the work is extremely easy. The only hard part is the finance. And also, what I mean by finance is dealing with the finances, the overhead, the expenses and stuff. The work is not the hard part. More of your work when you own a business is dealing with overheads, dealing with inventory, um, making sure everything's running correctly so that way your money could keep on flowing. So I mean, yeah, you know, you just want to be on good terms all the time. You don't have to be an accountant or a good calculus to start your own bookkeeping business. Okay, either. As long as you're motivated, a company called bookkeepers.com will teach you everything you need to know. Okay, so being a bookkeeper, this is going to teach you what you need to know. Those of y'all who want to be bookkeepers and want to earn what, $69 an hour. Okay, let's see what this bookkeeper thing is all about. I don't necessarily know what a bookkeeper is. Um, so those of y'all who do know, don't fault me for that. But I'm not going to get too much into this, but I guess this is a second way of making a passive income is being a bookkeeper, and you can make $69 an hour. It helps thousands of people launch their own business. Oh, okay. So when you're a bookkeeper, you help thousands of people launch their own business. It's one of the leading training courses in the field, and and it will even give you the first 3 classes for free. It helped thousands of people launch their own business, including Daniel Honan, a military veteran in his 30s. He never considered starting his own company, but he signed off for bookkeeper.com and now is making around $50,000 a year, keeping track of business expenses for the 10 clients. If you're just a little cautious, sorry, a little cautious. Yeah, I am cautious, but a little curious. You just have to submit your email address here to take the first free classes. If you stick with it, you could be running your own business in just a few months. Well, you can run your own business or you can be a bookkeeper. A bookkeeper is your own business too. So you're just helping other people find other businesses out there that are, need of assistance, I guess. Number 5, you can stop paying your own credit card company. Okay. Stop paying your own credit card company. Stop. You can stop paying your credit card company, or your own, I should say. Why did I put your own? You can stop paying your credit card company, not your own, but stop paying your credit card company. If you have credit cards debt, the anxiety, the interest rate, the fear you're never going to escape. Yes, we all been through there with credit card debt. And the truth is your credit card companies doesn't really care. It's just getting rich by ripping you off. I've always said this to a lot of my friends too with credit cards. Paying these credit card companies are a waste. But people think about paying off the credit cards, after you're really down to a really low interest rate. I mean, no, not a low interest rate, but after you're down to a really low cost and paying off the credit card, you still have that high interest rate. And if you do pay it off, guess what's going to happen? You're not going to get much points. Not the type of points you're looking for. I mean, if you listen, the only time you're going to get a lot of points, let me rephrase that. Only time you're going to get a lot of points on your credit card is if you pay off your card, like paid off, or even if you use it, you pay it off before the before the year is up. Just pay it off. Use a card, but pay it off before the year is up. The reason is because a lot of these creditors have this thing called I'm just gonna say they do like their own inventory, right? Where they can easily boost up the interest rate. Let's just say you had a card that was like what 11.5% interest, right? By next year, you know, and we're going through inflation. I get it. But by next year, they could easily put it up. Well, most credit cards are like 27, 35, or 36%. But I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, if it was 12%, next year they can boost it up to 22% real quick, and you haven't paid off your card. Next minute, you got that interest from last year plus the double interest coming in for the next year. Like that's how these credit cards get you. This is how these credit card companies get you. This is how they get you guys in a bind contract with them without even signing a contract. A lot of these credit card companies, man, they just here to keep you financially in debt for the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years. The same thing with student loans. All of that, man. If you don't pay off your loan, like okay, let's just say they give you a loan for 5 years to pay off, right? Even when you pay it off in 5 years, yeah, your credit might go up, but guess what? The amount of interest you don't paid like okay, let's just say you paid 5 years of semesters, right? Or let's just say you pay a year and you had 5 semesters and it came up to like maybe $120,000. Let's just say that, right? And your installment payments for each semester was like maybe, I don't know, $17,000. If you just pay the minimum balance of what your loan is, there's a back interest of that money that's accumulating for the days that you haven't paid off the loan, even if you have a 5-year lease going on. You want to make sure you double up on your payments so that way you don't get extra fees or not extra fees, but you don't get that high interest. I don't think a lot of people realize too, and I didn't realize this as well when I was getting new into the whole credit card or getting credit cards or understanding credit and finances, is that if you don't, even if they give you a let's just say you got a car loan and they give you 5 years to pay off your car loan. If you just continue to pay the minimum payments, you're paying 2 or 3 times the amount of what you would pay for your original car once you've done paid off that loan. It's the same thing with these credits. Credit, loans, credit, they all link to each other. The same thing. Loans and credit is the same shit. Ain't nothing different. Credit cards, loans, they're all the same. It's the same shit. The best thing to do is double up on your payments, man, and get out of there, man. Get out of that loan as fast as you can. See, a lot of creditors and a lot of bankers, they don't like the fact if you pay money towards the principal balance. See, when I make my payments on things, I like to make money, I like to pay money towards the principal balance because I know for a fact that if I'm paying just the minimum balance on a monthly payment, most of my money is going towards interest. Like it doesn't matter if you finance a car, you mortgage a house, uh you're getting things on your business credit cards or your credit card expenses or whatever. If you do not pay off your credit card in a certain amount of time, there's that back end interest that you're going to be paying off. This is how credit card companies make their money. But how you can beat the system and beat these financial charges is by doubling up on your payments. Say, for instance, if a car payment costs or making your payments on time is great to increasing your credit score, but making your payments a lot earlier is more beneficiary to you. Yeah, you're thinking about, I got that extra cash. I just want to hold on to it. You know, when you just see that count that says 20000, whatever the fuck you got in your bank account, and you're like, man, I don't want to mess this money up. See, once you have money and you keep on making money and you want to leave money there for a rainy day, you begin to respect money and you begin to understand the value of it, you know, by investing your money, putting your money into cryptocurrency, putting your money into the stock market, putting into things that can make your money grow. If you respect your money is going to respect you. In the long run, it will respect you. Because at the end of the day, can we all really rely on Social Security? Especially people my age, the younger kids, uh, the baby boomers can, but I mean, like the Generation X, Y, Z, Gen. I mean, I don't know if they're even, well, they're a little bit more highly advanced than we are. I'm telling you, these kids are making a killing offline, making businesses online. A lot of this is why you don't see a lot of kids working these days. This is why we're going through inflation because a lot of people are making money by sitting at home. These young kids, some of them has gotten it. Those nerds, the same type of chicks that women same type of dudes, I should say, that women will like not even pay attention to. They wouldn't go on dates. Um, they'll get picked on in school. The teachers will laugh at them. You know, those type of guys these days are the ones that are living in mansions, have yachts. You know, they've made investments when they were younger. They were highly educated. This is why I got a lot of respect for nerds. I think a lot of people start to respect nerds a lot too, because right now, nerds, if you was a nerd back in the 90s and you stayed to your books and you were able to make investments and invest in the stock market and able to make a killing and make the money that you need, and you were just one of those dudes who never went on dates and shit, but you know, you just focus on your money. Uh, you are in a good place right now than most people that's in their what 30s, late 20s now. who party drinking, didn't focus on the things that really mattered, building themselves. I always tell men, you got to build yourself because if you want to get the finer things in life, you got to have resources. You got to build yourself. You don't have to be on the corner selling drugs or whatever. All you need to do is just educate yourself a little bit, do some research, look on small local businesses. What I did is during the pandemic, I was with a friend, and me and him, we both looked at small local businesses. And we were like, man, well, how can we make some real good money? Because I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of working for somebody who's not paying me the money that I need. I'm tired of these expensive bills. I'm tired of the rent going up. It's just crazy. I'm tired of living paycheck to paycheck. So we started doing some research. We looked at small businesses, barbershops that are affordable, small businesses, salon shops, uh, weed, marijuana dispensary shops. You see a lot of these young kids owning these marijuana shops over here in Florida, but people don't understand, man. They're making a killing over here, especially in those college areas. These little small shops that people don't even really pay no mind to, and they think that people in there don't make no money. But just think about it. The younger generation is the one that's feeding the economy. They're the ones that's spending most of the money. When people get a lot older, they tend to be a little bit more tight with their pockets a little bit. It's the younger generation is what's really going to fuel the fire of this economy. But the problem is we've got an old political system that always depends on older people to spend money. And that's not where the money is. The money is within kids. The money is within kids and mothers and teenagers. They're the ones that's going to really spend. You know what I mean? Um, the back end of it is people like me who just want to capitalize on the investment. I'm not all about spending. I already been through my spending days. Will I spend some more when I get older? Of course. When the new money comes in, when I get new money, you gonna see me. Trust me, you gonna see me because I'm making some good investments. I'm just starting off with two businesses right now. I got two LLCs for both businesses. My trucking business and also the ATM. So, I'm not saying it's gonna be I'm gonna make multi-millions of dollars because that doesn't really happen. But I'm not looking for millions of dollars. If that's what you guys want to shoot for, hey, great, go ahead and do so. But let's just be realistic. You know, it can happen, but you got to put your muscle into it. You got to do some research and you got to be able to make some investments and be able to give up some money to make more money. That's the whole course of a business. That's the whole course of life. You always have to make a sacrifice with your own money to become wealthy. It's happened all the time with even with high people. That's why you're an investor. When you're an investor, you invest your money to make more money, you know? But anyways, I'm looking at here with these credit card companies. You can stop paying your credit card company. The truth is credit card companies does not really, it's just getting rich by ripping you off with high interest rates, which I just stated, up to 36%. But websites call Foona, I think that's how you pronounce it, Foona, could help you pay off that bill as soon. This sounds like a debt consolidation thing. Debt consolidation. Here's how it works. Foona can match you with lower interest loans you can use to pay off every credit card balance you have. But see, here is the thing. Lower interest loans. Loans are connected with credit cards. See, this is what a lot of bankers don't want to tell you. Your credit is connected to loans. If you don't have if let's just say you're maxed out on your credit cards and you want to get a loan to pay off all your credit cards and consolidate, most banks are not going to approve you if you maxed out a lot of your credit cards because your credit score is going to drop. So how in the hell can you honestly get yourself a loan? Let's just say you need a loan of $250,000, right? Oh, shout out to shaming. Let's just say you need a loan for $250,000. As I said, it says borrow up to a loan. It says borrow up to. That doesn't mean you're going to get $250,000. It just says borrow up to. This is what a lot of people need to pay attention. Let's just say your credit score is like a 549 and you're in $15 to $20,000 in debt, right? Now you tell me this. This is why I be telling people you gotta read a lot of these things. You tell me this. Which bank is going to give you an opportunity to get $15 to $20,000 that you already are in debt to borrow a loan so you can pay off your regular debt to the bank? Because then you're back in a $25,000 hole because you still, well, it's a fresh new loan that has interest. So in a way, if you use that, yeah, it could benefit you, but then you got to pay off that loan real quick because then that loan that you have is paying off for your debt. See, the banks don't want that to happen because the banks and the loan officers, they all work together. See, they get paid. The banks get paid off for you guys being late with your payments, having overdraft fees. If you don't have enough money in your account, we know that. We've been through that. They're going to charge you $34 for each transaction. This is how these banks make money off of y'all. So you honestly really think that the banks want to make an agreement with the loan officers? They're going to call your bank and they're going to say, hey, because they're not going to tell you people, but the loan officers and the banks, that's why they do a three-way calling, or they call and talk to a bank advisor. Hey, they probably, this is what they say behind your back. Hey, Mr. Samuels here wants to, or Mr. Joe Smo or Mr. Fredson wants to, take out a loan for, 17 to $20,000. Do you think we should give it to him? Well, I'm just trying to call you guys. Is he responsible with that money? Well, let's see. He had a few late payments here. Nah, don't approve him. What do you think the loan officers do? Loan officers work with the banks. They go straight with the banks. The banks give them the status quo, and if they don't like your ass, they go by where you work. They go by how you like. They go by the type of work you do. They go by where you live, and all of that right there is enough for them to say no to you. And sorry to say this, but the truth of the matter is, a lot of black folks get turned down by this because of the areas that they live, which could link to racism because that's your color. They know that you live in these areas. They know automatically you don't have the funds, you don't have the money. We're not going to give it to you, even if you're in $10,000 or $15,000 in debt. Not saying that it happens all the time, but I say I'm in a mediocre, I'm in a middle class area in a way, sort of. I want to get to a higher class, but see, I'm not going to tell you my secrets. What I do, I don't get my mail to my house. I get my mail to my peoples because they live in a very developed, rich area. So when they see my name attached to that address, all of a sudden I am getting higher credit acceptances for lower credit rates. I'm getting like this 2.49% interest rates. Just imagine you take out a car and you say you want a new car, right? That new car is $20,000. You're like, okay, I got 30,000. I could afford that. I want to get that car. But here's the thing, right? Let's just say you got, it's 20,000. Let's just say you got 15,000. You don't got enough for the car. So you gotta finance. So depending on how much you want to put down, and it depends on your credit score, is how less your interest rate is going to be and how lower your payments will be for the remaining months. Because then they'll see like, okay, he's got good credit. He paid this car off. He did this. He did that. Okay, he's reliable. We go give him the Caucasian treatment. Low interest rates, nice fancy cars. You know what I mean? Be my financial mentor. I never consider me as a mentor. I'm just a guy that just likes to give knowledge out to people, man. I guess that's a mentor, but I appreciate that, man. But anyways, let's just say you got a lower interest rate on a car and you finally taking that car out the parking lot. You got it for 2.49% lower RPA, APR, I should say. Did I say RPA? APR. Lower RPA, APR interest rate. Yeah, there you go. So now that you got a lower APR, now they say, okay, no payments until July, whatever, whatever, whatever. Or they'll just say no interest for a whole year or something like that. So now you got a whole year to pay off that car of $20,000. So you might want to put down, if you have $15,000 in the bank and the car costs 20,000, you want to put down at least $10,000 onto it. So now you got a $10,000 left to pay off that car. You should be able to pay that off because the average person in America's salary is what I would say 22, like not the average, but the lowest is 22,000, but I want to say either 22 or $30,000, anywhere from 22 to $30,000 is the average person's salary per year. So you should be able to pay off that car because you've done paid half of it. Now you pay it off within a year. Guess what? Boom. Your fucking credit is going to go off the fucking roof because guess what? You avoid paying interest. You paid off for the car and you're good to go. That's the same thing with anything. This is credit secrets. My aunt, when she was alive, she was an accountant. And she taught me these things, man. And I was like, wow. If you make your payments before the due date, even with a credit card right now, just put half of the payments onto it and pay the other half. Don't even pay it on the due date. You're gonna avoid so much interest. You go see how lower your interest rate is gonna be. Trust me. Anyways, this bank called Funa can help you borrow up to $250,000 with a fixed rate starting at 2.49%. Funa won't make you stand in line or call a bank. And if you're worried you won't qualify, it's free to check online. If you're worried, hold on, let me read this right. And if you are worried you won't qualify, it's free to check online. So if you worry about something you ain't gonna qualify for it, this shit's crazy. It takes just 2 minutes and it could save you thousands of dollars. Totally worth it. All the credit card debt and anxiety. This kind of sounds more like a debt collection. Not debt collection. It seems more like a consolidation more than a actual loan. But I guess those are the 5 ways, guys. I don't really see how anybody can pay off up to $250,000 within a certain time frame period without. Okay, it says like Cooper, 60% of credit Sesame members see an increase in their credit score. 50% see it at a 10-point increase. And well, 10 points, that's okay. And 20% see at least 50 points increase after 180 days. Okay, well, 50 points is pretty good. I just got 24 points today because I just paid off 2 credit cards within the last 3 days. Let me tell you something, guys. My honest opinion, man, if you're in debt right now, right, and you owe things, try to pay it off, man. Pay it off as fast as you can. Um, because later on, it's gonna do you some justice, man. It will do you some justice if you wanna get that new bike, get that new yacht, buy a house, uh, buy a car if you want to, or release if you wanna not buy a car, but if you wanna finance a car. I personally don't believe in financing cars unless you're trying to make a business out of it. Like I'm gonna finance a bus for my business. There's a difference. If I'm gonna finance something, it's gotta be something worth something, like some sort of collateral. I don't see cars as a value to me anymore. I don't see fancy cars or any of the there's no value to it. Right now, the older car models have more values to it than anything because gas prices are going up. I drive a four-cylinder. I got my dad's four-cylinder Honda Accord. My Acura TL got stolen, you know what I'm saying, right after I buried my dad, and then I got the I got the what you call it? I got his Honda Accord. So I'm driving that. And let me tell you something, man. That car saved me a lot of money on gas. Like I could literally barely spend enough. You don't understand. I put $30 in that bitch and I got a full tank of gas, man. So I'm not worried about the gases with my car because I got a four-cylinder. It's just the people who don't got those four cylinders and burning through gas. And why the fuck y'all driving so much anyway? You're supposed to be coming home to go and work or trying to do something to invest your money. But anyways, guys, those are five uh biggest money secrets most rich people won't tell you. But my honest opinion, you just can't go wrong with investing. And the biggest secrets of keeping your money, I wouldn't necessarily say make you rich, but conserve your money. And if you're, like I said, you're in a bind, if you're paying for car payments, or let's just say you're in a bind and you're paying for a mortgage on a house, you're paying for a yacht or whatever it is, student loans, debts, or whatever. If you know it's unbearable for you to pay off these loans and it's just getting too much, file bankruptcy. There's nothing wrong with that. If it's way too much, exceeding over the amount of how much you make per year. Um, but there's other alternative routes that you can go to. Um, if it's something that you know you can chop off and pay off quickly, your best bet is to pay off your bills as fast as you can before the interest rate goes up. Because every year, these creditors, they'll sell your information, especially if it's in debt. They go keep on reporting you to the IRS, to the credit collection. Man, you just don't want to deal with them type of problems, man. Just pay off your shit, and that's it, man. You ain't got to deal with the headaches. Pay it off in time, and you know. I like to just pay things off, man. I like to pay things off early. I just like listen. If I'm gonna finance something, I want to pay that shit off before the loan is up. I want to pay that shit off because I don't want to be dealing with extra money, extra fees on the backhand side of it. That's what happens when you sign these contracts. They always have that extra fees you gotta pay. But anyways, guys, thank you all for joining, man. And y'all catch me on the next channel, man. On my other channel, I'm gonna be on there in about 7:30. We'll get into my relationship topics and all that other stuff. But anyways, man, thank you all for joining, man. I'm out of here.